We're Hello and welcome. I am Esoteric Essa, aka your esoteric homegirl, Jasmine. We have two piles here, and we're gonna have some fun with this reading. I want to know, I know you want to know, but just as much as you want to know, I want to know, are you watching, the viewer? Are you gonna have a New Year's kiss, and who will it be? So you're more than welcome to pick one pile if you feel called to watch both. Maybe there's messages in both. I don't know. I haven't pre-shuffled. The only thing I pre-shuffled are the archetypes of the person in question, the mystery person, and you yourself. So go ahead, see which pile you gravitate to, and I will meet you at your pile. Alrighty, pile one. We are starting your reading. Will you have a New Year's kiss and who will it be? You're not going to see the cards. I'm shuffling behind the scenes. All you got to do is listen, meditate, relax, wash dishes, cook your dinner, meal prep, work out in the gym. Here we go. I'm going to start off by getting some channeled archetype energy of you, the viewer, so that way you can know if this is your pal. So I'm going to start describing um, the current state of mind that you're in and your approach to life, not just in love, romance, fun, flirtation, but just overall as we head into 2026. But also keep in mind, this is timeless. So you might watch this in 2029. I do feel this group has channeled message. So I feel this group has dominant Aries placements. You could have Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, personal planets, Mars, Venus, the nodes, Mercury, or you could have Lilith, first house, Lilith and Aries, first house placements. But I am getting a lot of Aries energy. That could also be that maybe you are Gen Z and you're getting ready to start your first Saturn return as well, because at the time of recording this, Saturn is getting ready to begin its 2.5 year embark in Aries, wrapping up its transit in Pisces. Again, it's timeless though. So, all right. So let's see. Pile one, the Eight of Cups, Five of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. So 858. I don't know if that's an area code. I'm also getting like Camarillo, Ventura County, if you're in California. Um, 818, maybe like tequila. Oh my God, I can't believe I gave a shout out. I'm just channeling energy, guys. Trust me, that's not my preferred tequila. If that's what you drink, I am judging you. All right, so your state of mind right now is you are moving away from scarcity. Eight of Cups, Five of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Pile one, you are someone who has had to make some hard decisions, cut your losses, make some tough choices. Things this year, over maybe the last 2 years, but most especially in 2025 or whenever you're watching this reading, maybe you're watching it in 2030. This year upon, wrapping up the year and moving into New Year's, you've also had things revoked from you, removed from your life that you probably weren't anticipating. And, but Eight of Cups, Five of Cups, Eight of Pentacles is the mindset of, I'm not choosing to focus on the losses or the scarcity. I'm not woe is me because you're in the Eight of Pentacles. You're like, I'm building and I'm surrounding myself with momentum, with other people who are just as abundant, other people who are working on themselves. So you're in a really deep state of sense of self-worth, self-nurture, and self-love. I really love this energy for you. But you probably have spent much of this year that you're wrapping up a bit in solitude, a bit in isolation. That doesn't mean you haven't gone out and socialized or you haven't gone out on dates per se, but I do see you have a bit of trust issues that you've been recovering from in love over the last year. All right. So your overall energy, your animal totem is the earthworm. And the message with this card is, do I accept myself without judgment? And the overall affirmation for this card is breathe. So I feel pile one, you are moving away from exactly that. You're like, you judged yourself and you had a really hard inner self-critic for many years of your life. But with this breathe card, I feel like you're also ready to meet and accept people for who they are and as they are, you know? And you're learning how to let go. You're learning how to release. You're learning how to move into acceptance, especially in the matters of self-love and romance. So, you are in the energy of the earthworm. And the earthworm loves to be in the darkness and in the soil. That's where it thrives. And you've come into this epiphany and this understanding and this acceptance of, I don't mind the darkness. I don't mind the tough work. I know that self-work is hard and relationships are hard, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. And it doesn't mean that, that it can't be done. So you're in a mindset truly of abundance. Like, I'm ready to put in the work, I'm ready to build. But only with people who are reciprocating that and meeting that vibration. You're not in this. So if you're someone who's like, F love, I'm not ready for love, or I'm totally just taking a break from relationships. I don't see pile one as someone who's going out there and seeking and trying to force things. You're just in that energy of I'm open and I'm receptive. Okay. So if that sounds like you, then this is your pile. Um, Let's get into a little bit of what's going to happen for you this New Year's. So, the coyote and the play card came up, and the affirmation is what energizes me. I do feel that this is a group that is ready to go out. You're excited, you want to play, you want to have fun. You're not necessarily going out to meet someone. You're not going out with the agenda of like, I'm going to have to absolutely find someone, the place that I'm going, and I'm going to have my kiss, and I'm going to lock in, find a target, and make someone my New Year's kiss. But you are open to it because you're going to be in this very playful coyote energy. And the coyote is a bit strategic as well. So I do feel you kind of have that vixen, that bit of siren energy to you, whether you're a male or a female watching. You kind of do have this strategic mind going into it. Like, listen, if I play my cards right and I see someone who wants to play their cards right, I'm not opposed to it. So let's see what exactly you're going to get yourself into this New Year's. How's this going to happen, this New Year's kiss? Well, first, let's start off with actually, are you going to have your New Year's kiss? All right, here we go. We have the Page of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. Oh my God, you're so funny, Pile One. You're like, actually, it's been a long time since I've had a great makeout session, and low key, I'm fiending. Pile One, with the Page of Wands, you are fun, flirty, and you're like, listen, I'm charming. Who's gonna want to walk past me and get past this and not be attracted to this? Like, you're in that energy of the Page of Wands of like people are finding you very magnetic, very charismatic right now. And you're in the Page of Wands. So you're like, look, nothing too serious. All right. Like I'm really going out to have fun. I feel like Page of Wands means you're gonna try a new place. So you might go out on your own or with friends, TBD. We have yet to see the cards, but Page of Wands, you're going to try somewhere new, whether it's a lounge, a new club, a new restaurant. Maybe typically you party in a certain neighborhood, or typically you're an early bird, you're in your house by 10, so you can ring the bell at home. You're trying something new and different, and I see you out of the house. You are definitely not in the house. We have the Ace of Pentacles. This is you having to spend money or invest in an experience. So maybe you're going to a concert, excuse me, a rave, an experience. There's so many variety of things that you can do at this point to celebrate New Year's, right? So the Page of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, I see you investing in something, but you see it as an experience that you're investing in. I'm excited, don't know what I'm gonna meet, who I'm gonna see. I feel like it's a new kind of foreign thing. Maybe it's something you've always wanted to try. Maybe you always wanted to go to New York, and now you're like, okay, I'm finally actually going to go to New York. I've never been to New York, or I've never been to New York for New Year's Eve. And then we have the Five of Swords, and this is what makes me laugh, pile one, because Five of Swords is like winning at all costs. Five of Swords is I'm gonna get what I want. If I want it, I got it. If I like it, I got it, right? If I like it, I want it, I bought it. Like this is the energy also, like Page of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Pile one, you're willing to spend. You're willing to throw a little bit of money this New Year's Eve. You're like, look, if me and so, the homies or the girls want to get get a table, we're gonna get a table. If we want to buy some Dom or we want to invest in, you know, the best champagne or whatever, the best experience, you guys are doing that. You're not opposed to that. The Five of Swords here is an energy of like, it's a little bit of, the Five of Swords can be read as deceptive or sneaky, cunning, conniving. It definitely is the coyote energy. I don't see this in a negative interpretation at all, Pile One. I see this as you being coy. You're using your energy to charm. You're attracting. You're not seeking, you're not hunting, you're not chasing, and even though coyotes usually go after scarce resources, um, to lure, have you ever seen coyotes try to lure a prey or their target in? Typically, coyotes travel in packs or at least in a couple numbers, never usually isolated. Those are wolves. Coyotes, if they spot a target, they come off as non-threatening. So if you've ever seen like coyotes try to interact with domesticated dogs, they'll go up to the dogs and they'll be playful and they'll tease it and they'll kind of hop around and jump around and little by little they're getting the animal, the object, the target to kind of steer away, right? And to trust, to let its guard down and to kind of lower its instincts until a coyote finally lures that prey into the pack and then they attack. So I feel like you're doing this very, it's not a negative interpretation, definitely not evil, but I see you doing this energetic dance of sensuality. I'm in my charisma with this Page of Wands. I'm youthful, I'm playful, I'm attractive because, I'm the Page of Wands who isn't excited by me, who doesn't find me enthusiastic and find me, right, my enthusiasm to be sexy and playful. So that is the energy I see you being in. You're in a very playful environment. Um, let's see what's next. So, are they going to have a New Year's kiss for pile one? We have an idea of the environment and the setting. We have, oh my goodness, the King of Wands. That's, I don't want to speak too soon, but that's a yes. Okay, the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups. Wow. Okay, well, some of you watching are married, or you're engaged, or you're gonna go out with someone that you have some sort of long-term LTR relationship with, LTR committed relationship with. Now, that's not everybody watching, right? So, those of you who aren't married or in some sort of relationship, the King of Wands and the Hierophant, well, first of all, the King of Wands is yes. There is someone who's gonna find you incredibly attractive. They could be a masculine. But King of Wands, Page of Wands. So there could be a slight age difference here. You, the viewer, probably is going to be slightly younger. It's a king, so it's not tremendously older. Could be a handful of years. Okay. So a King of Wands and Hierophant. This is you meeting someone at with the Hierophant card. It's someone who's probably Um, there's a lot of Sagittarius energy coming in, so either you or them could be Sag, and then we have Wands, so fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius coming in hardcore here. Um, the Hierophant here, I feel like this is a very exclusive event because it's sitting on top of the Ace of Pentacles. So like this is an exclusive membership, exclusive club. Like this is like not everyone's gonna be here in this space. Again, you had to invest like a hefty kind of thing. Again, like be paid a lot, or maybe there's like a lot of exclusivity surrounding this. Maybe this person is inviting you to meet you there. Um, the Ten of Cups over the Five of Swords tells me you're going to be extremely happy with this experience. This person that you're interacting with, I'm gonna see if they're new, if you're going to meet them that night or if you already kind of know them. Some of you watching, this is someone you're already interacting with, right? So it's a bit of a split pile, but the Ten of Cups over the Five of Swords tells me you're going to be extremely happy with this interaction. All your needs are going to be met. So like this person's going to be a great kisser, or like even if it's the first time you kiss them, it's like they kiss you in all the right ways. Like how did they know I like that? How did they know how to move their tongue that way? And because they're coming in as a King of Wands, regardless if you're attracted to whatever gender, you're going to find them incredibly attractive, absolutely physically your type, and vice versa. They're viewing you as the Page of Wands. So they might view you to be a little bit naive, maybe you might be a little bit clumsy, maybe you kind of slightly spill your drink or like you almost trip. Like there's something here about being a little bit clumsy on your end in the exchange, but that's gonna be like endearing to the person or very cutesy or like I don't know, it just makes them kind of like you a little bit more. They find you to be quite funny and humorous, okay? So let's see. Let's get clarity on this. Is this someone that they meet that night or do they already know this person? We have the nine, oh, okay, yeah. We have the Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, King of Cups. So, Nine of Pentacles, you are absolutely single. If you're not in a committed connection, you are absolutely 100% single. You have no attachment, no ties. You're not dealing with anybody. Nine of Pentacles, 100% single. Ten of Pentacles, you meet them there. So, this is someone completely new that you meet in that space, in that environment, that venue, that arena, that community, because of the Ten of Pentacles here. And it's a King of Cups. So this is someone 90% of you obviously are going to meet that night and you're going to hit it off really well. I get the vibe here with the King of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, whatever their gender is, whatever you're into, this person looks good. They smell good. They take great care of themselves. Like they're gonna look good. Like the clothes they're wearing fits them well, complements them. They know what to wear, what colors, they know how to hold their posture. They carry themselves with a lot of confidence, a lot of good pride, healthy confidence. This person definitely is willing to spend money that night. So I don't know if that means they're gonna gas like love bomb you or I don't know, but just know that this person's gonna kind of go all out and show off, like, oh, I got the next round or top shelf, whatever. Like, I don't know if you drink or not, but in whatever sort of capacity that you can apply this to, this person's willing to, cover the tab, cover the bill, or make sure you get home safe. So send you some money for your ride share. Um, yeah, like seriously, even though they don't know you, this person has money to spend on you. They want to spend money. In fact, with the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, they do a little bit want to show off. I'm not gonna lie. They do want to show off. They're peacocking, okay? King of Cups, they're peacocking. Um, but with the King of Cups here, the Ten of Cups, I definitely feel for maybe a good percentage of you, like if not 75%. I don't know why I'm doing all these numbers here. But if not 75% of you, if not most of you, there is going to be exchange of drinks or alcohol involved here, some sort of consumption. Sure, maybe it's mocktails because we have the cups and the ten of cups and the ten of cups and the king of cups. So to me, there's definitely going to be, for sure, like drinking of something, some sort of fluids involved here. So now that we know that, how is your kiss going to be as we wrap this up? So we know you're going to be pleasantly impressed and surprised, but what's the kiss going to be like? Oh, the Emperor, the Knight of Cups. Oh, baby, the Hermit. Oh, baby. The Hermit, they want to get you alone. They want private time. They don't want to do all that crazy PDA tongue down the throat and be super raunchy and just have everybody look at you guys. The Emperor, this person, the minute you lock in and they're like, okay, you're giving the inclination that you're vibing, they're gonna take the lead. They're gonna grab your hand, they're gonna walk you to the bar, they're gonna steer you around the space. We're gonna go here to this stage, or we're gonna go dance here, or let's go eat a little bit of this before we get started, enjoying the night. The Emperor, I mean, this person's gonna take lead, they're gonna take charge. You're going to really be able to let your guard down and relax. And the Knight of Cups is that Rico Suave, that Casanova, and the Hermit. This person isn't into like overly crazy public acts of, display of affection. I'm not saying they're not affectionate. this person's definitely going to be affectionate because he's coming in as a Knight of Cups. They're coming in as a Knight of Cups. Like they're going to make it very known that they're interested in you. And the Hermit card, I feel like when you finally do have your guys' kiss, it's going to be like maybe tucked away at a quiet table in the corner, or you finally get to get away from the crowd and you're walking down the street and you stop at the light and you make sexy eye contact and you don't have to say much and you're just vibing off the synergy and you feel the attraction and then it's a quiet street and it's just you two and they go in for the kiss. The Emperor, they're gonna initiate this. You're not having to be overly ofrecida or ofrecido, like be overly like batting your eyes, overly flipping your hair, making remarks that you're that interested. Like this person, all you gotta do is be open, be cute, be fun and flirty, be receptive, say yes to whatever they're offering you if it makes sense and it's safe and it's healthy and it's not illegal and doesn't put you in danger. And this person's going to take the night away and you're going to enjoy it. You're going to let your hair down and there's going to be a really nice moment in private that you guys are going to share where you're finally going to be able to lock in on that kiss. Wow, pile one. Wow. Come back and share all the details. Just kidding. Let us know we're waiting. Let us know we're waiting. Well, I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and comment, share, and you can book a private one-on-one with me, a tarot session and astrology reading. So, happy New Year. May you stay safe, happy, healthy, and may you manifest wisely. Bye, pile one. All right. We are headed into pile two. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So, pile one was very fun. Let's see what pile two brings us. I did pull animal archetype cards. So for you, um, pile two, you're coming in as the prairie dog, and the archetype affirmation is dig. So I'm gonna get started with channeling your energy, kind of describing your current mindset, where you're at in life, not only in how you're approaching love and romance, but just where you're at today at the time of this reading. This is timeless. You can watch this in 2029, headed into 2023, but how you're wrapping up the year. So if you're watching it in real time, it's kind of like what we're going to start off with is speaking to how you've wrapped up 2025. I'm getting a lot of fruity, so you like fruit scents, fruit, maybe you like to eat raw fruit or just fruity drinks, fruity candy, Minute Maid juice. I'm just getting a lot of fruits with this pile. Okay, so you got the prairie dog, and the affirmation for this card is, what do I want to carve out space for in my life? You got dig and then the crow. Notice. What can I learn from observation? So you've done a lot of clearly intake. You're like life's review. 2025 was a life's review for you. You probably had to have very tough looks at things that weren't working for you. And this isn't necessarily people, it's just like approaches to life, jobs, processes, rituals, behaviors, your everyday routines. And I feel that this group has had, for the most part, realigned with staying grounded throughout the year. You've always gone back to practices to keep you grounded, to help you get introspective, to help you to see higher perspectives, but to also help you reconnect with your body. So I feel like this group is definitely like on track with like routines, behaviors, rituals, whether that's your fitness, your nutrition, your sleeping, your therapy. You're out here, you're trying and you're thriving. You're trying and you're thriving. And this year, it feels like it probably moved really, really fast for you. And with the prairie dog, it's almost like you didn't have a lot of time to come up for air. You didn't have a lot of time to smell the flowers. You didn't have a lot of time to enjoy things that you wanted to enjoy. It was just work, 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 or, putting out fires or dealing with whatever life brought you. I don't feel necessarily it was a chaotic year for you. I feel like a lot of you probably had to learn something. Maybe you're in school, schooling, maybe you're wrapping up masters, doctorates. Um, but a lot of you had to go through spiritual school this year for pile two. You went through spiritual school. What does that mean? Your spirit guides were really bringing awareness to you of like, what's not working and who's not working. I don't feel like you had tough losses. I feel like you took control of your life this year, or at least to the best of your ability, and you were grounded. Maybe you've like really healed. Maybe in the past, when you were triggered, you had certain ways to react, and this year, you've really held yourself accountable with your reactions and how you show up in spaces. You're only responsible for the energy that you bring into these spaces, right? Now, in terms of love, it feels like you've been a little bit quick with shutting off people, cutting people, letting things go. I get it. You don't want to waste time. You're not here for the bullshit. I don't feel this is a group that's all about flings. I feel like you probably try to, like one connection in particular, you tried a couple times, if not once, to revisit it. You probably are, a little bit overwhelmed with relationships because I don't think you have a lot of time for much with this prairie dog. What do I want to carve out space for my life? You're like, I really don't even have time to date. It's not that I'm not open to it. I just am so busy. I'm juggling and managing a lot. And so this is a group that I feel like is really into like lighthearted exchanges right now because you're building your life. You're building your legacy. You're building your empire. You're building your career. You're building your future. But I do feel there's someone in the past that you still hold on to that kind of is, carving out a little space in your heart that you're not letting go of hope of romantically that you hope comes back around. So I don't know if that person's going to be your New Year's kiss. I don't know if you're going to have a New Year's kiss, but that's just speaking to who you are, pile two. So if that resonates with you, then stick around. This is your pile. Yeah, this is the pile of truth seekers, truth tellers. So maybe your storytellers, your orators, your public speakers, your podcasters, your writers, or you're just the person who is very blunt and direct. People value that. People know that you're great at communication. Maybe you work in media, publishing. Okay, let's get into this. So let's see what's gonna happen. What are you gonna get into in New Year's? Let's see. So what are you gonna get into for New Year's Eve? What are you gonna be doing? Are you outside? Are you in these streets? Pile two, are you in these streets? Here we go. I'm shuffling. I'm moving to tarot. You're not gonna visually see them, but I will call them out. So just vibe out, meditate, relax, cook your food, wash your clothes, fold your laundry. Let's do this. Okay, so pile two. What are they gonna get into this New Year's Eve? Two of Swords. Justice and the Sun card. Okay, so you are like going back and forth, if not in this very moment, leading up to this moment, you're going back and forth of like, do I go? Do I say yes? Do I take up that invite? Do I buy that ticket? Do I leave my house? The Two of Swords here. You're like, it sounds like a good idea, the Sun card, sounds like I'm gonna have fun. Sounds like it's gonna be a great positive environment. Sounds like there's gonna be happy people. Sounds like I'll be happy with the outcome. And the Justice card, it sounds like I'll get return on my investment. Sounds like it'll be a fair experience. It sounds like, if I have to pay this much money, it's like, oh, but you get a 7-course meal, or, you get top tier Michelin star food. It's like it doesn't have to be that extreme. It could just be saying yes to your best friend. I don't know. We're gonna figure out what exactly you're doing, but it could just be yes to your best friend's backyard party. You know, you could have Libra placements. You could have Leo placements, significant Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Mercury, Venus, the nodes. So heavy Leo, heavy Libra, maybe Libra Moon, Mars in Libra. I'm calling out astrology placements in your chart just to kind of double down. Now, if you don't have those, don't worry. That doesn't mean it's not necessarily your pile. If you do have them, it's just further indicating like this is strongly going to resonate with you. Also feeling Gemini and Virgo placements with this group as well. So maybe Virgo rising, Gemini rising. Virgo moon, Gemini moon. Yeah, especially moons, like air moons. This is the air moon. Either you're an Aquarius moon, Libra moon, Gemini moon, or the person you're dealing with is going to have those placements. So, um, I feel like you are someone who has a lot of eyes on you. You could be in the public eye, or, just you shine, so you get a lot of attention. I feel like it's a really good looking group. I feel like you're very well known for your hair. You have like beautiful hair, blonde hair, short hair. Um, Yeah, so I feel like you have to be extra careful with how you move, how you show up in the world, your reputation. Doesn't necessarily mean you're famous or you're an influencer. You could be, but it also could just be like, you're a pillar in your community, like you can't just be out here willy-nilly. There's repercussions, if you kind of put yourself in bad situations. So that's what you really have to assess. Two of Swords and the Justice, you're like, okay, who you ask, like, who's all there? Who's all going? Where's this going to be? Who's funding it? Who's funding it? All right, who are the sponsors? Oh, it's associated with these companies, these people. Politically, that doesn't align with me. Yeah, there's just a very strong, like, political, social justice, activism, you know, very liberal, um, social justice. Yeah, like emphasis with this group. Here we go. What are you gonna get into for New Year's? Let's see. Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Oh man, the lovers. You are so indecisive. You gotta be an air sign. Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, the lovers. People are convincing you hardcore, pile two. I hate when we gotta do that. Just say no. Just say yes already. You know you want to go. Why are you making me work so hard for the yes? Just say yes. You know you want to go. Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. It might even be that you're also weighing out like, do I have enough money for this? Is this wise? I want to be a little bit conservative with my money. I don't want to overdo it. All right, I'll go, but if we stay within this budget. And you might even have someone come up to you and be like a friend, someone in the group that wants to go, wants to parlay. Maybe it's like a trio, maybe there's five of you. And you know that good old Sally, you know, good old Sally, your friend Sally, really don't have her shit together. And no, if I go out with Sally, I'm probably gonna have to front a little bit of the money. I might have to pay for one or two of her drinks, or she might not pay me back for the Uber. She's kind of a little bit of liability, or she always gets a little bit too drunk. I might at the end of the night have to hold her hair when she throws up. That there's something here that's making you a little bit pensive. Like, if I go, that's why I'm asking all these questions, assessing the environment, the situation, and the circumstances. Is it worth my while? What am I going to get out of it? So, you know, that's leading up to it. But with the lovers here, you decide, because the lovers is over the sun card, you decide to say yes. You're like, all right, fine. You pulled my leg enough. You pulled my leg hard enough. Got it. Stop pulling my leg. I'll go. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, what time should I be ready? With the Two of Pentacles over the Justice card, this is you kind of laying out some ground rules or just being really like the mom of the group or just telling people like, look, we got to be on time. Or if we're going to be here, they have a strict dress code, like there is with the Justice card and the Two of Pentacles. It's like, I'm only going to go if it's this kind of environment around this kind of crowd, these experiences, and everybody needs to act right and get their shit together, you know? And the Page of Pentacles over the Two of Swords here is you deciding to say, all right, I do have enough money for this. Yes. So let's see. Tell us more about the environment. We have the Two of Wands. Jesus, all these twos. 222 angel number. That could be your favorite number. But we go from the Two of Wands to the Ace of Wands. Fabulous. Okay. And then the Hanged Man. So this feels like you're not like you're in a rush to get there. You guys are in a hurry. So this is like, I don't know, like you're kind of sitting around. So I don't know if it's like a concert. Um, I'm seeing like sitting at the Hollywood Bowl, for those of you who are familiar with that, sitting in an arena, like a theater, or kind of sitting at a place, congregating, still being entertained, But, with the hanged man, it's like you're observing the situation. It's like looking at all the different personalities, the people behind you, the row in front of you, you know. Now, are you single? I feel like you have at least one good friend with you. I definitely feel like with the Two of Wands, all these twos here, you're going with a friend. So let's see. Are you having a New Year's kiss and are you meeting them there? Let's see. Are you having a New Year's kiss? Because you might not. I don't know, pile two. I don't know, pile two. I don't know what's going on with you over here. But you have the Ace of Wands and the Hanged Man. This tells me you want to get into some fun. You want to be a little bit naughty. You think about it. You're a little bit, there's a little bit of trepidation of like, I could hook up and I could go all the way. Maybe a one night stand. And I don't know if you're thinking about this, like if you're gonna do that with whoever you meet there, or if you're thinking of hitting someone up, or someone's hitting you up that you already know, that you're debating with the hangman, the ace of wands, and the two of wands of like, because that's straight up sensual relations, sexual relations. That's straight up like, do I have sexy time? And that's you kind of going back and forth, like, I'm down, but I'm not down. I'd be down if it was, really worth my while. But I see with the Ace of Wands and the Hangman, this group is kind of like, I don't know, I feel like you probably had a dry spell for a long time. I mean, or you just have a really high drive, or you've just been through a dry spell because all these wands, baby. The last group did not have all these wands, let me tell you. Okay, so let me see. Let me see. Hold on, I need to clear this up. Are you thinking of someone from the past, or is this someone you're going to meet there? And then we'll see if you're going to have a kiss. Let's see. Clarify all these wands. Who's pile two thinking about getting frisky with, getting jiggy with? Three of Cups. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely in a group. Page of Swords. No, it's someone there. Uh-huh. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. This is someone completely new. Okay. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups with Ace of Wands can be a little bit like a promiscuous energy. I don't know if that's your vibe or not. Who cares? I'm not here to judge. I really don't care. Just be safe. Don't put yourself in danger. Be safe, pile two. But the Three of Cups and the Page of Swords is like, you know, I'm vibing, I'm spotting the crowd. Oh, I see someone. The Page of Swords is low key like, all right, I see that cute person in the corner. All right, let's go move to the corner. Let's go to the bar. Let's kind of follow. Let's drift around, let's kind of stay in their vicinity. Let's stay in the peripheral so this person can catch eyes with me. You spot this person first. They don't spot you. Three of Cups, Page of Swords is like you and a group of friends. And then you're kind of going out with the intent of like, well, let me scope, let me see. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, you're making the first move. So you see someone you like and you're walking up. It could just be like, I don't know, accidentally bumping into them or flipping your hair in their drink or asking them like, oh my God, that drink looks so good. What did you order? It's like you starting up with Page of Swords, you're starting up the conversation with the Ace of Pentacles to see if they want to invest in keeping this going with the Three of Cups because you're interested in socializing. Three of Cups and Page of Swords, like I want to converse, I want to talk. So I see you having good conversations. I see you having jovial, fun conversations, not only with your friend or friends, the person that's going to tag along with you, but then whoever you scope at this situation, this event, this environment. I see with the Three of Cups and the Page of Swords, you're having good banter. It's like kind of like, like witty, sexy talk. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, this could be an exchange of like, oh, well, the conversation is going so great, why don't we exchange Instagrams or why don't we exchange numbers? There is a physical, like, Pentacles is like a transaction of something in the material world that exists. It's like maybe you write your number down on a napkin and you give it to them, or you write your Instagram handle on the receipt. Shoot, it could be with the bartender or the server or the security or the director or the manager of this place. I don't know. But there is something like that happening where you spot them there, you make your move, you're circling them, kind of like it's interesting, kind of like, when you think of crows, crows are the bird of crows because that's one of the animal cards you got, pile two. Crows always work in networks. They're always in groups. So I do feel like You're a great networker, you're a great socializer. That's one of your talents, and you know a lot of people. And then you know how to interact with a lot of different personalities and various social groups. So it's not easy for you to make friends. So at first, this might come off as like kind of businessy, or the person can't tell, like, like, is Pile 2 into me? Are we just exchanging LinkedIn? Is it because we work in the same industry that we found out? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so let's see how the night progresses. So, this person that you've met, what else can you tell us about this person and the night before we jump into is there a kiss? Let's see. Oh wow, the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Okay, the Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the World. You guys definitely do some sort of like, let's grab TikToks or Instagram handles, or let's exchange emails, or I don't know. Show me, there's something digital that you guys exchange, okay? But with the Nine of Cups over the Three of Cups and the Knight of Cups, this is good. The flirting and the banter starts off as witty and curious, and we're getting to know each other. All right, we can carry conversations. Okay, this person is actually like a good conversationalist. All right, I'm liking this. And then we go to the Nine of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Now we're moving into, a little bit of flirtatious. Oh, okay. This person's obviously, into me. Nine of Cups, Three of Cups, Knight of Cups. So, not everybody drinks, not everyone drinks alcohol, but a good portion of you, definitely there is alcoholic drinks involved for sure. Cups are a big indication of that. Nine of Cups tells us that both you and this person are absolutely single, and you meet there. The Queen of Wands. This person is extremely attracted to you. And then we have the World card that fell out. So, the World card tells us that there's no one from the past. This is not someone from the past. This is someone completely new. And with all these wands and the world card, this might be someone that you hook up with just to be like, I need to get under to get over. You know how they have that saying, you got to get under to get over. Get under someone new to get over someone old. Yeah, I know it's a saying. It really is. So this is also you wrapping up a cycle. You finally, like, I don't know, you're gonna feel confident while you're out and about this New Year's Eve. And this person makes you feel incredibly sexy, incredibly confident. And with the world card, it makes you be like, kind of have this realization of like, I'm ready to let go and walk away from that connection. Like, whoever you were still kind of holding on to and clinging to romantically, you walk away from the night, not because of this person, but there's just some sort of like aha moment you have of like, I am that person. I am that man. I am that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, I'm such a badass. So, this definitely has, with the world card, you guys are hanging out to the literally to the very end of the night, till the countdown. Like, you guys are literally hanging out until the ball drops with the world card here. Like, you're counting down together, and you're gonna literally have the kiss at midnight, at the stroke of midnight. This is different from pile one. Pile one was definitely different. This is you guys still being around people, being in public, because it's the world card and the fixed signs are around. So we do have Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. Um, I feel like you're a little bit disheveled by the end of the night. Like, you're having such a great time. Maybe you're hot, maybe your hair is like a little bit frizzy, or like your shirt's like off your shoulder, but it looks really effortlessly and cute and sexy in a way. You're not all well put together by the end of the night, but it still looks really great. Like you're like just vibing. You're just letting your guard down. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the devil. So this for a lot of you, you have free will. Just because I say it doesn't mean you have to do it and doesn't mean it's gonna happen. But the Six of Wands and the Devil, this is one of those things where you could be like, all right, like we're gonna go all the way. You guys, end up really hooking up and going home run. What is it, third base? I don't know. I don't know baseball. Maybe baseball's significant to this group. You guys definitely are gonna be in someone's bed that night. Or they're gonna be in your bed that night. The Six of Wands and the Devil, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna feel satisfied. It's gonna be gratifying for both people. Um, I just feel like you're gonna feel super sexy and you're gonna be very pleased with the outcome, especially like the connection, the intimacy, the chemistry of intimacy between you both. But again, always be safe, share your location, keep in touch with friends, you know, be safe, okay? I'm not held responsible for decisions you make based off this reading. But pile two, you guys are definitely, you have the chance to go all the way. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. You can absolutely book a private tarot reading with me or astrology reading. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. May you stay safe, happy, healthy, happy New Year's, and may you manifest wisely.